kind of like if you have, I think I have this direction right. If you have a signal, let me make sure I get this. If you have some distribution, so if you're trying to encode some distribution that you think has the pattern B, or say you have a bunch of these distributions and you want to use B as a starting point, then the amount of more information you need to describe A is captured by this. It's kind of the, you can write, so if you know entropy, you can write this as A, where this is, I forget what it's called, the joint entropy or something. So it's really, this is kind of the entropy difference, and this is these are often written in a similar way. So it's kind of measuring the distance between these distributions from an information theoretic point of view. And so you can also use this for this bag of words model, and it kind of captures the amount of kind of the difference between these, thinking of them as capturing information about a distribution. And so it kind of is somewhat factoring in the complexity of the distribution here. So if you have a much larger set, you know, it may be more intricate, but you can approximate it maybe with the much simpler distribution. And this tells you how well you can do that. So this also does not, it violates the symmetry property. It also violates the triangle inequality here. But people still use this a lot because this is the right way to measure the information loss between the two distributions. Okay, so I'm basically out of time here. So we'll talk about the graph distance later. Let me just quickly write up what the edit distances. This is also used a lot in modeling text. The edit distance. So now A and B are going to be strings. So you can think of these as words. Like A may be the word cat, and B may be the word bat. And so then the edit distance is the number of characters you need to, you have to either replace or insert a new character or delete a character in order to get from one to the other. So the edit distance between these two is going to be 1 because you can replace the C with the B and you get the bat. So this is very common in measuring the distance between words. So when Google is doing spell check when you're typing, or they're trying to suggest other things to search for, they're usually using something like the edit distance. But this does not scale very well. It's not just that it's hard to compute, but that things at an edit distance of 3 or 4 become a really large set of words. So it's hard to. So edit distance is really only useful if you're a very small value away, like 1 or 2 distance away. Then it can be useful. And so, and if you're really using it in a, inside of Google for autocorrect or spelling, certain things may be more likely to be switched. Like maybe you can't read my handwriting and my A looks like a U or something. So that may be more likely. That may cost less than 1 unit to change. So you need to model things specifically, and this may vary from language to language. But this is used a lot in spell correction and kind of sort suggestion on short terms. All right.